it's me, Renee. I'm back. And yeah, today I simply want to do a little update, a little catch up on what I'm reading, what I am reading, what I have recently read, and what I'm going to read. So yeah, read, reading, going to read. Simply. As such, well, simply. But yeah. So recently I finished Alle spørsmålsmor, or Every Question Smarter by Rebecca Solnit. Sorry. So in case you don't know, Rebecca Solnit is a quite famous American essayist. She's the one actually who wrote, or she's been credited anyway, as the one who made up the word mansplaining. She has other essays that are called. Okay, for some reason, her other essays are not. But okay, anyway, she has other essay collections anyway. She has, a collection called Men Explain Things to Me. She has this one. I can't remember all her names, but yeah, she has different essay collections, and they're all quite impactful and great. They both give you kind of new ideas to think about, but also ideas that you already know, but kind of more meat to them. But she also has some humor in it as well. So yeah, it's a good mix there. This one is, I would say, it's mainly focusing on rape and rape culture. But also, like at the beginning, it's kind of talk about how silence is important, how like a lot of people don't have a voice or voice and voicelessness. So I suppose in that way, silence. And yeah, it kind of made me think about things that I didn't really think about and know about before reading it. But also the last two chapters is more about like how a lot of people read lots of books by men, and how like sometimes people have like this challenges to read all the books by females for 1 year, and it's like for them it's a challenge, but like for me it's kind of like what, because there are quite a lot of female authors out there. But I suppose like if you're gonna ask the man in the street, they probably will, they go to authors that probably will be Stephen King and Haruki Murakami and William Shakespeare. They might take a while before they mention some females. So yeah, but yeah, I very much enjoyed this book, and yeah, quite a read I recommend. Just before that, I finished Kammerpiken by as well say by Silkesøstrene. Oh, by Sara Medberg. Sara Medberg is a Swedish author. No, sorry, she's a Finnish author. Though she speaks both Swedish and Finnish. I love Finnish speak both languages because Finland used to be a part of Sweden and whatnot. And yeah, this is kind of been described as like for people who like Bridgerton. Full confession, I don't really like Bridgerton. I semi like the TV series because I find it interesting enough. I like the season 2 better than the first season. But I tried to read the one of the books, and it was just boring. I did not find it interesting at all. I find it fascinating, and I'm flabbergasted that it's such a big bestseller, because the book, it's like, why do people are like this? I mean, it's not that good, but yeah. But this one was, in a way, I suppose I can't understand why it's been described or been compared to Virgin, because this one, it's set in historical time period. It has both rich people, poor people, there's drama, there's love story, so you kind of have those elements there. But yeah, honestly, in my opinion, this one did it much better. I actually cared about the characters, the cast in this book, while in Virgin, I did not really care about them. Even though like like on paper they sound cool, but like the writing just was. So yeah, sorry. But yeah, very much enjoyed this one. I don't really know if this is available in English. I do know, well, it's available in other languages because Norwegian and Swedish is two different languages. But yeah, I think it might be available in English, or maybe it's going to be soon. Because I do that, I checked out her webpage to do after you finish the book, and the author has like a webpage that's available in Swedish, English, and Finnish. So I would think it's already out in English, or it's probably going to be out soon. I'm thinking, because why else would you have your information available in English? I don't know. So yeah, sorry. And then currently reading, as usual, I have a few that I'm currently reading. I have my commute book is Mad, Bad, and Dangerous to Know by Sarah Ahmed. I started this last fall. But yeah, I kind of got really into it like today, yesterday. Like until like this year, I had only read a few pages, but now the last few days, I've kind of see, I'm quite a bit into it now. I'm on page 103, and it's a book that has yeah, it's a book with 300 pages. So I suppose I'm a quarter way into it now. And yeah, so far at this point in time, I'm really enjoying it. It's a dual point of view story, though I suppose I kind of feel like the main story is kind of like the present story. I suppose it depends on how you look at it. But I kind of feel like the main story is the present point of view. The present point of view is uh, Kayam. She's half Indian, half Indian American, half French. Her dad is French. Her mom is Indian American. She's a Muslim, but she can speak Urdu, but she can't speak French. So I suppose she has parts of her dad's background and parts of her mom. People go like in the beginning, it's kind of like, who am I? Am I Indian? And I'm a French. What am I? But it's also like, I suppose the main thing about it is that she's kind of looking for this mystery around Alexander Dumas, and she's in Paris for summer vacation, and she meets Alexander Dumas' great grandson, who's also called Alexander Dumas. A bit of a funny thing in there. And yeah, so there might be some love story in it. But it's also, yeah, there's some mystery, like we're trying to figure out some mystery around Alexander Dumas. And yeah, so far, very much enjoying it. Sorry, I thought my cold was away, but it's like today when I woke up, it's slightly coming back, but it's not all the way back. So at this point, I'm just kind of ignoring it. Yeah, and then I'm also reading. Yes, I said I'm reading lots of books. I'm also reading Sal and Gabby Breaks the Universe by Carlos Hernandez. So this is a Rick Riordan Presents book. It's a book I have at my nightstand at the moment, and so far I'm not enjoying it that much. It's good, but it's not a book I'm kind of thinking I have to read. I have to read more in it. I suppose you might ask yourself, well, Renee, why are you not DNFing it then if you're not loving it? Well, because I'm not hating it. I see the potential there, and I'm enjoying it enough that I want to read more. So yeah, I suppose this one might be more like one of those books where I read a bit now and a bit then. As well, it's not a huge book, but I think I might like read it over like several weeks because yeah, it's not a book I'm running to read more in, but it's not a book I don't want to finish. And I suppose maybe in a few chapters I'll get really hooked and I'll finish it in one sitting. Then who knows? Might happen. So yeah. Sorry. And then we have a Station Eternity by Mer Lafferty. It's a first in a series, I want to say. It's a series. And yeah, if they want to think like, what? Where's your bookmark? Well, this one I'm actually reading one chapter at a time. Also, I'm also dog earing it. Yeah, I do that sometimes. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, but I'm not loving it. And also, it's sci-fi, which I normally don't tend to go towards. I like this sci-fi, but still, yeah. it's also another book I have on my nightstand. So several books on my nightstand. I know. But yeah, I mean, I haven't like DNF'd it, and I haven't put it on official post. I'm reading it. Also, like, I'm reading this one slowly, slowly. Like I'm reading a sentence here and there, but I'm reading it in now and then. So yeah, and then and They Lived Happily Ever After by Therese Behari. I started this back in November, I want to say. So yeah, quite a while ago. Uh, I didn't start it yesterday. Uh, I've enjoyed it, but yeah, I have a bookmark in it, and honestly, I don't really know why I'm not focusing more on this book. I suppose just simply because, but yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's kind of that, and yeah, so that's kind of like the books I have read, books I'm currently reading in, yeah, exclamation mark in, yeah, in these marks in a way. But yeah, I also have some books like when I finish those books, I suppose when I finish some of those books, because I'm always gonna read some books at one time. I have some books I plan to read. Well, plan to read. I might read next. Sorry. I have Evie Drake Starts Over by Linda Holmes. I bought this book last year, and it's supposed to be a very funny book, contemporary funny book. So yeah, you need a funny book now and then. And then we have Paris Adrift by E.L. Swift. This is it's a blend of revisionist history, fantasy, and science fiction. And yeah, it's also like a science fiction fantasy love story with time travel. Well, I'm not sure if it's time travel or more like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's time travel in it. And yeah, it's time travel and romance. So yeah, I'm definitely curious to get to it. Then we have A Little History of Archaeology. Started this last year. Haven't read much more in it than like the first few pages, but yeah, if I'm in the mood for nonfiction after a while, which I probably will be, I have this book. And then we have Luck of the Titanic by Stacey Lee. This one came out last year. Still haven't read it, but yeah, I have high hopes for it. And then last but not least, we have Constance Verity. The Last Adventure of Constance Verity by A. Lee Martinez. And yeah, this is paranormal, like urban fantasy, or like urban-ish fantasy, first in a trilogy. And yeah, I suppose that's kind of it, really. And yeah, not that long of a video for today, but yeah, it's kind of like what I wanted to talk about today. And yeah, I hope you have a nice reading plan, and reading really nice reading books, nice books. And I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.